This is Andi Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and I'm joined by Umar Top Boxer Sadiq here in London. Umar, first and foremost, how are you doing?
I'm fantastic, thank you.
It's good to hear. Now, obviously on Saturday night you faced Kody Davies. Just talking about that fight and how exactly it came to fruition.
I got a call early December asking if I'd fight Kody, and I asked what weight, and I was asked what weight do you want to box at, and I said, well, I'm a super middleweight, so if he fancies boxing at super middleweight, I'll have it. Then I sort of heard nothing back, and then after I boxed on the 14th of December, I was matched up with another super middleweight, and it's kind of like hot and cold. Was it going to happen? Was it not? But I stayed in the gym anyway because that's what I do. And then early January, I was told, you're boxing this other guy. I'm avoiding saying the name for now. And then
Someone you could face down the line?
Possibly, yeah, possibly. But yeah, anyway, so his team pulled him out a couple of weeks later. Not because of injury, because he's boxing soon. Anyway, so at that point I had no fight, and then I was asked, would you fight Kody still? And I was like, yeah, that's the fight I actually prefer. So the fight was made, his team accepted it, super middleweight, and fortunately for a British title eliminator, so I'm happy.
What do you make of Kody? What have you seen of him? Obviously he's previously faced, his last fight was against Zach Chelly, someone who you've previously faced. Have you watched that fight? Have you seen it, studied it?
It's hard to watch it and study it because there isn't, well, I was unable to find a complete video of the fight anywhere. There's some highlights out, but I was there live. And, I mean, ex-GB boxer, he's got Gavin Rees, an ex-world champion, as his coach, Joe Calzaghe mentoring him. He boxes like someone who's got a lot of confidence, so he's a respectable opponent. That being said, I had 45 amateur fights, only 9 of them were novice, 36 of them were elite level, so boxing the ABA's national championships, boxing internationally, all of that. So most of my entire boxing career has been boxing elite people who obviously come to win. So to me it's normal, and I've accepted the fight because I think it's a very good fight for me. It's an indirect rematch with Zach. It also it helps boost my profile because the profile that he has. I've got so many reasons to take this fight, so I'm excited for it. There's some reasons for him to take the fight against me, but I think the reasons that I have to take the fight far outweigh the reasons he has to take the fight. So there's a chance his team might be overlooking me, and if they are, then I'm happy they are.
Do you feel that there is more pressure on this fight, on yourself in this fight, having said all of that then? Or that people might assume there's more pressure on you in this fight than what there is on Kody, having said that?
The pressure's on him. The fight's billed Davies Sadiq. He's the guy with world champions, and S-Jam boxing and all of that stuff. I'm just some Londoner that, is out here, left an office job and said he's going to box. I am going to be undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, but the pressure is on him. So, I'm calm. You can see that I'm proper chilled. Like, all of it is on him. So he's got to come in and impress. I've just got to win.
So obviously, provided Saturday does go to plan, how exactly do you kind of see the rest of this year playing out?
Well, this is a British title eliminator. So, conventional reasoning says win this fight and you're likely a British champion before the end of the year. And should that not come to fruition through whatever reason, i.e. the champion having mandatories or other things, then I'm sure there'll be other titles to be put on, because for both of us, this is his second title, British title eliminator in a row. It's my first, but I've had a couple of 8-rounders, so after this fight, both of us, regardless of the result, are 8 minimum round fighters. When you're fighting 10-rounders, typically you're fighting for titles, right? So I'd say, yeah, win this fight, and before the end of the day, I'll have one, if not more, titles around my waist.
Obviously, we've also just seen yesterday BT linking up with ITV. Mm-hmm. How big can that be for your own exposure to push you even further?
That's massive. I didn't see it coming, but I don't know if my fight's actually on ITV. Yeah, exactly. I know Lucian Reed's fight, the headline is on it, but I'm not sure if our fight is. But either way, I wish it is because, I hope it is, because ITV is a terrestrial channel, and they get the viewers in. Love Island, the most watched reality TV show ever, I think it is on ITV. So they get the viewers in, and it'll be an honour to be able to have my fights shown on their channel.
You've been watching Love Island?
No, I don't actually follow it. I watched the first episode just to get an idea of what's going on, and then since then I've probably watched a total of 3 episodes just from off of being in people's homes when it's on, and I spend most of the episode asking questions.
Oh, I hate people like that when you try and watch something. But Umar, before I do let you go, just to finish on the boxing talk, Wilder Fury 2 on Saturday night. Just break it down for me. How do you see it going?
Do you know what? I've heard a lot of people talk about this, and there's a good argument for every outcome, whether it's Fury or Wilder on points, Fury or Wilder with a knockout, another draw. It's a good argument for all of it, and I think that makes an interesting fight. I don't think anyone can call the fight with absolute confidence. You can only just lean towards a person, and I like Tyson Fury. However, I'm leaning towards Wilder simply because he's a king of rematches, man. And just reading off the body language and the energy that they're going into this next fight with, Wilder just seems to give an impression that he seems to know something, or a penny might have dropped or something. That being said, I wouldn't be surprised if Fury shocked us all because, in his last fight where he got cut, he went on the inside and boxed on the inside and did it really well. So, maybe he does that with Wilder, and I don't think Wilder's able to generate power from close up. So let's see.
Well, Umar, we will leave it there. But before I let you go, what would you like to say to everybody ahead of Saturday night?
I'd like to say tune in, follow me on my social media platforms. So that's, my social media handles on all the platforms: Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Top Boxer Sadiq. Just type it in, find me. But most importantly, tune in ITV, BT Sports. I'm not sure if I'm on ITV, but yeah, just follow the journey. I'm going to put in a very good performance. I'm more than likely going to stop him. So, quietly confident, but just tune in. I'm going to show you something.
Umar, as always, it's been a pleasure, and I'll catch up with you soon. Thanks for speaking to Boxing Social.
Thank you very much.